Well, championship week in full swing now as we hit Wednesday night. You got the Big East Tournament starting tonight. Started today. Georgetown right now is trailing Providence by 10 with about 5 minutes to go. Xavier beat Butler in the opening game. Last night, there was Stony Brook had a tough loss last night. Tough loss last night for Stony Brook. I mean, they took it to overtime. They were the 6th seed. They weren't really expected to make a run in the tournament. They did. They got it all the way to the finals, into overtime, and then lost. And, you know, when that's what championship week is all about. Those heartbreaking wins and those heartbreaking losses and everything. And sometimes you're on the wrong end of it. And Stony Brook, you know, they made a good run, and good for them. You know, they've made the tournament a couple times. They're better than St. John's, right? And speaking of St. John's tomorrow, Seton Hall, and you know what? I don't want to hear it. St. John's has to win this game tomorrow. There is no excuses. None. Because this is what Pitino is here for. He's here to win this game. You're on your home court. You're playing Seton Hall, who stinks, and they beat you twice already. Okay? St. John's has not a good resume. I don't even know. After reviewing their resume over and over a couple times, I don't even know if they belong in the tournament if they win tomorrow. One, Seton Hall is not any good. Seton Hall, they haven't had a good win since early January. Okay? They did beat UConn, but it was in December before Christmas. They beat Marquette on January 6th. Since then, they haven't had a good win. They lost to Providence at home. Providence is not a very good team. They lost to Xavier by 20. Xavier's not going to the tournament. They lost to Marquette by 20. And then to the last time they played UConn, which was, about 2 weeks ago, they lost by 30 points. They've also lost to Rutgers, who is 15-16. They lost to USC, who is 17 wins this season. And they lost to Iowa at home with 18 wins. They don't really have a good non-conference win on their schedule. And St. John's is no better either. You know what? You're paying Pitino $20 million over 6 years. You paid him $3.5 million this year. For what? He didn't do much. He didn't change the culture. The culture's not changed yet. He brought in all his guys, and then he threw them under the bus after a loss. And you know what? I don't want to hear about this 5-game win streak either, because 3 of the wins are against Georgetown and DePaul. 2 of the worst teams in college basketball, period. DePaul is the worst team, one of the worst teams in all of college basketball. Another win was against Butler. Butler's not going anywhere. They're not going to the tournament. And they beat Creighton. Give them credit. Creighton is a good win. That was a good win. So one of the 5, so this whole, they're coming in red hot 5-game win streak. Give me a break. Georgetown, DePaul, Butler, and Creighton. Creighton's the only one worth mentioning in that 5 games. Okay? And St. John's, as far as they have been a disaster, right? Do you expect them to win tomorrow? Why would you expect them to win tomorrow? They haven't made a Big East semifinal in 15 years. They haven't. The last NCAA tournament appearance was 2019. Okay, you think that's bad. That's 5 years. They haven't had an NCAA tournament win since 2000. Mike Jarvis was the coach the last time St. John's had an NCAA tournament win. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it tomorrow. You know, you win, okay, you might get in. You got to win a tournament game. You got to win 1 or 2 tournament games to justify this $3.5 million to Pitino. Because he's come in, and listen, Pitino's a great coach. Don't get me wrong. St. John's has been living on the laurels of Lou Carnesecca and one or 2 years in the early 80s for now 40 years. They had a team in 2000. They had a good team in 2000. Ron Artest and that crew and Barkley and all them. They had a good team. But since then, it's been terrible. And this year, you know, they haven't had a good team this year. Okay? They lost to Michigan at the Garden. Michigan is 8-23. 8-23. They lost to Boston College, 18-14 Boston College. They lost to Xavier and Providence. None of those teams are going to the tournament. Okay, I told you the 5-game win streak is basically garbage. They beat, now they're good wins, they're decent wins this year. They beat Utah in November. Thanksgiving time they beat Utah. That's a lifetime ago. They beat Villanova twice. Villanova is everybody's first 4 teams out, so they might not go to the tournament. They're going to need to make a run to the semifinals, which they might do, to get into the tournament. And they beat Creighton, which we already said is a good win. This has been a prototypical St. John's year. I fully expect them to come out and not win tomorrow. And if they do, to be honest with you, It's not a big accomplishment. It's Seton Hall. Go beat UConn in the semifinals. Go beat UConn. Make it to the finals. I mean, making it to the semifinals would just be an accomplishment for this team. It's for this school. This program is a disaster. It has not been much better this year. Pitino came in, he brought in all his players, he threw them under the bus. Then they went on this 5-game run against garbage teams, except for one. So I don't want to hear it, St. John's fans. I don't want to hear it if you win. I don't want to hear it if you lose. I basically expect, I'll be rooting for them. I like St. John's. They should win. There's no excuse not to win. It's a home game. It's at the Garden. You know it's going to be a St. John's building tomorrow. You know that they should beat Seton Hall. You lose to Seton Hall 3 times. This Seton Hall team 3 times this year. You belong in the NIT. That's where you belong. And you might belong in the NIT even if you beat Seton Hall. I don't know if was this worth $3.5 million? We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Big game tomorrow. St. John's, 2:30 against Seton Hall. We'll see what they got. They better win. Because I don't want to hear it, St. John's fans. I don't want to hear it anymore. This team is a disaster. This program is a disaster. You need to win and win some NCAA tournament games to justify $3.5 million to Rick Pitino.